What's going on, Moon Gang? This is your friendly neighborhood ape reminding you, when in doubt, zoom out. If you happen to be paying attention to both AMC and GME, I understand why today's intraday action really it took the wind out of some people's sails. And in this video, I really want to be diving into what's going on, and I want to be explaining how I personally think that really not much has changed. So on this particular dumb money update, I will be hopping into AMC, GME, their technicals, and also be giving you the short interest data update numbers. So with all that being said, let's hop right into it. All right, so for a little bit of a foundation for this particular video, AMC closed out the day at 43.69, which was a drop of 7.3% on a volume of 82.5 million shares, which was a decrease in volume relative to yesterday. And for GME, it closed out at just below 213, which was a drop of 2.4% on a volume of 4.4 million, which was actually an increase from GameStop's volume yesterday. Before we hop into really these technicals, let me just give you a little broad market overview. The S&P 500, traded by the ticker SPY, hit a new all-time high today. So ding, 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 winner, winner, chicken dinner. Some people are asking where this could go to. At this point, when you hit a new high, you do have to let price discovery play itself out. But one tool is the Fibonacci extension. And looking at that, you could target almost 456, I would say, is one reasonable level that you could watch next. 451.66, we're kind of in between that. So yeah, let's throw out 455, 456 in terms of the S&P 500. In terms of the Russell 2000, like paying attention to this because AMC is the biggest stock within the Russell 2000, looking strong, strong, strong. We shot up, retested the support at 224, bounced off of that. My next target is still basically 229, the high 228s. So Russell 2000 looking good. And for a quick crypto update, Ethereum is ripping higher, higher, higher. As I'm filming this, currently traded at 3,750. Look at this. We're dancing around at some previous support, currently acting as resistance, but my next target is legitimately 4,000, that key psychological level, also some technical resistance, but past that, truly watching 4,380, the current all-time high for Ethereum. So if you're in this, congratulations. Now let's talk about AMC. I guess before we get into the technicals, just so you know the data, today, there was a net return of 216,000 shares, and for AMC, that's pretty close to neutral on a borrow of 1.62 million shares, short interest of 16.87%, utilization 92%, and shares on loan at 105 million. Reminder right here, the average age of shares on loan is now still very, very close to 2 months, 57 days. And you can still see this beautiful trend of the shares on loan ever since early June, just trending up, up, up. And right now we are coasting at 105. In terms of AMC's daily chart. So the technical is getting a little bit interesting. I'm calling out this cup and handle. And honestly, today's high was 47.85. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty surprised it didn't at least tap 48. I thought that round dollar value would have acted as a magnet. It makes sense that I had to take a little bit of a breather just because the RSI was very, very hot, and we'll dive into that in a second, but I'm surprised it didn't hit here. So in terms of the daily view, the low from August 25th served as support today. So that's the main support I'm watching, is just north of 43. And then we know we have quite a bit of support between 40 and 42. But for tomorrow, the remainder of the week, I'm watching this 43 region, looking for that to help, a bounce off of that. And then this hopefully a test and a breakout of the low 48s. So that's my first support. That's my first resistance. And then after that breakout, I'm watching 50. And then from there, 53. In reference to the RSI, so it made sense that I had to take a little bit of a dip. The RSI, the relative strength index, is one of the most common technical indicators, and it's a momentum indicator. It has values of 0 to 100, and when it gets very high, that's a lot of bullish momentum, and over 70, it's considered to be overbought. The opposite is true when you're below 30. That's a lot of bearish momentum, and it's considered to be oversold. A lot of day traders, swing traders out there use this as kind of a reversion tool. Like, all right, look at super, super high. Maybe it's time for a break. Super, super high. Maybe it's time for a break. So I think we were running into a situation on AMC where the technicals were just a bit too hot. I thought that the bounce would have happened closer to 44.5. I was just watching this consolidation, these previous highs. And with that, okay, you're going to be off by a little bit. But now we're in a situation where the RSI is actually oversold. So I'm thinking it's going to react in an opposite scenario. I mean, the last time we were this low, look at it. We were right here, day of consolidation, and then it ended up ripping. And you could check this on whatever time frame you're most comfortable with. But the bottom line is right now, AMC as of September 1st is definitely oversold. I'm looking for dip buyers to step in and start pushing this back up north. In the meantime, I do want to see a test of the round values 45, 46, 46, 25-ish has become pretty important, but I'm really, the major line in the sand is currently in the low 48s for the overall cup and handle breakout. Before we switch over to GME, one final thing. Like I said, when in doubt, zoom out. This is true for AMC. This is true for GME. Just remember where we've been. Don't let one bad day kind of mess with you emotionally. Think about this. Ever since we really started moving, it's still up 42%, and that's from August 12th till now. One red day, one drop of 7% does not overdo all the things we've done in AMC. In the large time frame and more of a smaller time frame, AMC is still looking good. One red day is not going to mess everything up. Even on the most recent crazy run in early June, there was still a red day in there. It's okay, and I get it. It's fun when stocks go green, 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 just go burr nonstop, but you're not going to get that. Stocks do naturally ebb and flow. And right now, we had a day that it wasn't fun. Obviously, I wish it was higher, but it's a good lesson. It's a good pill for all of us to swallow, but I just don't want anyone to get freaked out of the sense of one red day, that does not make or break us. The same way one green day does not make us, one red day does not break us. Keep that in mind, please. And from a technical perspective, beyond the fact that, okay, he's just saying that it's still fine, the momentum's still green. If you look at the MACD here, we are still in this overall bullish uptrend. Ever since this trend line breakout, the momentum switch, AMC is looking good from a technical perspective. So I just wanted to give everyone a calming voice, a reminder there. When in doubt, zoom out. AMC looking good. And as you're about to say, honestly, GME is still looking good. Before these technicals, just for the numbers, a net return of 193,000 shares today on a borrow of 94. The short interest is 12.44%, utilization 35.5%, and shares on loan almost 7 million. The average age of these shares on loan is 36 days, so they've been in that for over a month. So here is GME's daily chart. Recently, we had this amazing day on August 24th. Then we had a bullish pennant. Remember the flagpole, lower highs, higher lows. We broke out yesterday, and today we were coming up to 225. It was resistance. It got rejected at resistance. Sometimes that's what happens at resistance. We were rejected there, and I like how we were able to hold above this trend line. In a weird way, you could almost think of it as reaffirming this trend line. And once again, if we check out a similar time frame on GME, it got to the point that it was oversold on the RSI. Buyers stepped in and they started pushing it back up. But here's what we have. It's just very high RSI, very high RSI, overbought. And then the stock went even higher today, and we had bearish divergence on the 30-minute time frame. Stock up. The RSI did not follow suit. It didn't make a new high. That's bearish divergence, at least on this time frame, and it ended up selling off. I mean, that's how it happens. That's why it's called bearish divergence. So with it, these are the technicals you can read intraday to kind of pinpoint places that might be better places to add to your position, optimize your risk to reward. And here, same thing. I was hoping that it would catch itself at 215. It ended up going all the way down to 208. 208 was very important way back in August 26th, 27th, way back. Okay, a couple of days ago. 208 was important. It bounced off of that. So I like that it acknowledged that level of support. And then we bounced. Right now we're trading at 211. I want to see the follow through. But once again, similar to AMC, very low. I'm looking for buyers to basically step in on the smaller time frame weakness and get it back up, because the technicals were a little too hot. Now they're a little too cold, and I'm looking for the flow to push it back up. So with 225, I want that breakout. And then from there, I am still watching $240. Once again, in terms of the MACD, the momentum is still there. It's still in the bullish, apish favor. We're seeing all the green. The momentum's there. And once again, same as AMC, one green day doesn't make us, one red day does not break us. When in doubt, zoom out. Look how far we've come. Ever since we started this recent run on GME, it is still up 44%, looking A-okay. I wouldn't get too crazy focused on one day. A drop of 2.4% when we're up 43% pretty much on the month. I'll take that. I will definitely take that. So overall, patience. Patience is key. Let's see how things continue to play out. But right now, were looking good, at least in my non-financial advice opinion. The technicals now had a chance to cool off, which gives us right here, if this is our base, we're now kind of gearing up for that next move. But we just need to ensure that the momentum that both of these stocks, AMC and GME, have had over the past about 2 weeks, we want to see that continuation and the follow through. But both of them on a very small time frame oversold, so I'm looking for a bounce the remainder of this week. With all that being said, I would love to get your thoughts and opinions on AMC and GME in a comment below. If you want to help me out with the algorithm, you know all that good stuff, all that engagement does help me out. And until I catch you next time, from me and Chair, best of luck in the markets.